Welcome to the Kiepersol, Texas podcast, and today I am in the downtown square once again, and it's actually hustle and bustle right now down here. I'm with Lauren Alexander, local musician, and oddly enough, funny enough, we have Meredith Crawford. You can kind of hear her playing in the background, who's been on a previous podcast. You can always check that out if you're ever interested, but go ahead and introduce yourself, Lauren, and tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, I grew up in Bullard, Tyler area. I've been playing music pretty much my whole life. It's pretty much all I can remember of my childhood is playing music.
What inspired you when you were a kid to want to be a musician?
So my dad was in bands when he was younger, so we always had like music equipment, guitars, and my parents were super cool about me being loud and obnoxious and like letting me explore creatively, and I loved it.
Okay. What kind of music did you like to play when you first started?
I was primarily a country artist when I first started, and that, we're in East Texas, so of course, that's what I would choose. But it kind of evolved into kind of more of an Americana, like chilled out type of vibe.
Yeah. What's so great about being in East Texas? Like, what's so great about being a musician, living in East Texas? What's your opinion on where we live?
Well, my family's here, so I love that about it. But it's definitely growing, and I do love that. Whenever I was younger, there weren't many places to play. We always had to travel to Dallas and elsewhere. There are so many musicians here, and there are so many talented musicians here, and everyone's kind of like formed a little community, and it's pretty cool. Yeah,
I would say that's definitely something interesting to me, just coming from Southern California and then moving to Texas, East Texas, just seeing the community that's come together and really started to grow, and I just see there's so much potential, and all the wheels are in place. It's just a matter of getting them all moved together, and I think we're going to grow significantly as a community.
It's really exciting.
Yeah.
Because Tyler's cool.
Right. Well, I mean, like you said, I don't think 10 years ago you probably wouldn't have what's going on right behind us with Meredith Crawford playing out in the background. I think that's Chris Rasco over there too. Yeah. So I mean, there's quite a few musicians in town, and it's a lot of fun to see that. So tell us a little bit about your music.
I recorded an album probably about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And then I've got some new music coming out, hopefully later on this year.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the genre? Just the Americana?
Americana, yeah.
Okay. What inspires you?
Well, I used to be very inspired just being on the road and traveling. We did a lot of traveling. We drove to California several times, which is a long drive.
That is.
A super long drive, and I loved it. And now I have a baby. I have a 1-year-old, and I'm kind of trying to find my place and find my inspiration again.
Okay.
In that.
So you would say maybe music's been a big part of your life growing up, but it seems like now that you've got a family, as you said. So does that mean that you've maybe shifted a little bit in priorities? So it's forcing you to find different inspiration.
For sure, yeah, and I think it's really scary because I relied on traveling and being on the road for that inspiration, but I'm trying to just feel it and live in it and live in the vulnerability of the unknown, I guess. I have a show June 29th, I believe. It's at the Bullard Red, White, and Blue Festival.
Okay.
So we'll be playing that.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then I've just been trying to write a lot, waiting to release some music.
Okay. When you're writing, are you able to just write out songs or do you like to write the music first and then write the songs, or how do you? What's your creative?
I personally am a lyrics person, so I'm usually in my car, voicing on my phone, but I usually go for the lyrics first, and then my husband Richie plays guitar, and he'll usually put what I'm wanting in it.
Yeah, and it seems like you guys are a really good duo. What's that been like since you've teamed up with him, you know, to really start playing a lot of shows? Is that different for you?
Yeah, no, it's different, but it's let me focus on, like, I play harmonica, which is, I think, one of the coolest instruments.
Yeah.
I love it, and so it's given me the freedom to, like, do that and, you know, explore some different things.
The harmonica is one of those instruments that's sort of a dying art in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And I feel like we can reinvigorate that.
It's so cool.
So you've come out and played at the winery. You know, we shared a picture, which you guys can see now, of Lauren and our founder, Pierre DeVette, way back in the day. What's your experience with wine?
I don't have much experience with wine.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
What are your favorite mom and pop owned shops here in Tyler, Texas?
I love Stanley's. That's a really cool stage.
Yeah.
Also Cork.
Mm-hmm.
They really kind of like opened their arms to us.
Yeah.
We were playing there several years ago. We were there like pretty much every single weekend, and we loved it. So that's definitely one of our favorite places.
Yeah, if you're ever in town and looking for somewhere to go eat, Cork is a great stop for. I think they do brunches on the weekends,
Oh my gosh,
and then.
brunch is so good.
But for the most part, they're open for lunch and dinner for sure. So check them out. Last year, I met you actually at an open mic. You were hosting an open mic, right?
Yeah.
What's so great about open mics, in your opinion?
I think that you get a lot more people who maybe, I mean, they don't have enough material for an entire set.
Right.
But they're, as you probably heard the night that we met, there were several really, really good people that came and played their music, and it was fun.
Some people kind of stay away from open mic night as sort of an apprehension, as if they're going to be bothered by something. And I try to want to shift the thinking a little bit and understand that, like, open mic is a great opportunity for local musicians, poets, whoever to come in and
just kind of try it out.
Yeah. See what works, because I feel like that's the way you succeed is go out and fail, go fall flat in your face, and it's okay if you do, because you learned something.
Yeah.
And maybe you can twist something or change the key, or, you know, whatever it is, and suddenly it's that much better.
And there's not too much pressure.
Yeah. What's your go-to comfort food? I know you mentioned you like Stanley stage, but I assume you would like barbecue then.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely, for sure.
For those of our customers that know, you know, my wife and I are pregnant, but we're going to be having a baby here in September of 2019, which is exciting.
So exciting.
But let me know, like, tell me, you know, your experience. You're being a new mother as well. You know, what's it like? What's it like being a musician and a mother and life?
I mean, being a mom is like the most incredible thing that I've ever done in my entire life, and the scariest thing I've ever done. And you know, it makes doing things harder, makes playing music harder, and you know, I feel like I have to succeed more now, you know, for my family. And I don't know, that's pretty big motivation.
For sure. Now, I brought over some gifts here that are our latest collaboration. And so the last few podcasts, if you've been following, we were talking about these, but they're now finally out. So here's our Fizzy Vit, flagship white wine called Vit. We were able to take the brewer's yeast from Shinerbach and did a second fermentation on this, and it added carbonation to the wine itself. So it's a carbonated white wine, which is really good.
Oh, cool.
And then we have Flight, which is our first canned product, which is a canned rosé. These are both now out, and if you're here in Tyler, Texas, you can purchase these at Brookshire's, Fresh, Super One, and they're going in all Brookshire's, and we're trying to get it out in other locations out in the Dallas and Houston area, but feel free to check these out. What do you think sets Tyler, Texas apart? Why should people come visit Tyler, Texas compared to any other city in Texas?
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to do, but people haven't lost their small town feel. It doesn't feel so hectic like in a big city.
Why don't you play a song for us, if you don't mind?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd love
okay.
to. have changed. The colors they there's nothing left to say. There will be a day when you realize the only thing that needed changing was you. And there will be a moment when you know that I was the one that got away. Don't be so hard on yourself. Push the blame off to somebody. 'Cause it's easier just to ignore that I don't love you. You say that you've tried to do everything, and all you have left now is wondering why my feelings have changed. The colors they fade. There's nothing left to say. There will be a day when you realize the only thing that needed changing was you. There will be a moment when you know that I was the one that got away, the one that got away, the one that got
Awesome. That was such a beautiful song.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast, and we look forward to having you back out at some time.
Yeah, thank you.